A former North Carolina police officer accused of planning a mass shooting in New Orleans is now out of jail. A Louisiana grand jury declined in June to indict Christopher Gillum on a terrorism charge. He does not face any charges. Deputies arrested him in Florida the day before Jazz Fest. Authorities say he had hundreds of rounds of ammunition and a handgun and was headed to Louisiana to carry out a mass shooting. His family has put him in a care facility outside of Louisiana.